Hello all Justified fans. Today's video is the Marshall hat made by Stetson. I am assuming that this hat was supposed to have capitalized on the popularity of Justified. And we have a Justified fan named Arthur that bought this hat, had it sent to me from Stetson, and wants me to reshape it and make it look like Raylan's. Now, my first thing when I opened up the hat was that the color is like a real darker brown. And I was like, wow, that's kind of odd, because to me Raylan's hat was never a dark brown. Now, another fan had sent me pictures of the Baron hat, and it was also dark brown. So maybe this is going out there that it's either one or two things. The hat was dark on the show, and for some reason the lighting and stuff, when it showed up on camera, it just looked lighter. Or Baron is not really making them look, made exactly like they did for the show. I would find that hard to believe that they wouldn't make them exactly, because they're charging an arm and a leg for those hats. Now, I don't know what the Marshall cost, but it is, I'm sure it's probably going to, if I had to guess, $200, $175, somewhere in that ballpark. I don't know. I haven't looked at them. But the first thing is that we're going to talk about, besides the color, is the shape of this hat. That is not Raylan's hat by any stretch of the imagination. The next is the hat band. That's the hat band that they put on there, and that is not right. Kind of close, but not right. Here, and then the profile, as you can see how the hat, when it comes up here, let me get my hand in here. When that hat comes up, right there, that big flare, that's a big no-no. Raylan's hat never had that. Also, the hat, if you look at it, let me get my finger out here, it goes straight. There's no arch to it. And Raylan's hat always had an arch. So like I said, this is a hat made by Stetson to capitalize on the success of Justified, when in all reality they had the hat. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna just do something here real quick. I'm gonna move my glass head and move it down here, and now I'm gonna put the Carson. So when you see those two hats side by side, take out the shape and stuff, because that hat, the Marshall, has not been shaped or anything like that. But the colors, we're talking a difference between day and night. That hat is really, really dark. Like I said on the show, I went back and looked at screen grabs and stuff of Justified, looking at Raylan's hat, and to see if I thought it was dark. To me, it doesn't look like it, but I've done other TV show stuff on wardrobe, and I know sometimes they use filters and stuff like that, depending, like how they're shooting, and colors, like we'll use, for example, a jacket or a shirt, might look like it's green or gray, and in reality, it's, it's the opposite of the color you thought it was. So, like I said, that the hat, this being the Marshall being so dark, kind of really surprised me. Now, I'm going to try to do this a little bit here. Excuse the camera moving around, guys. So there is the correct hat band. It has a white stitching. It's kind of like a Ranger belt. For you guys out there who don't know what a Ranger belt is, it kind of tapers down. well, see, does the Ranger taper? I can't remember if the Ranger tapers the belt now, thinking back on it. But it does have the taper, where this hat is it's just straight. The buckle is not as ornate as Raylan's. So, I mean, I don't know if too many people are ever going to catch that. You know, I guess it's just preference. You know, some people are like, oh, I don't care. You know, it's not really Raylan's hat, so I'm good with that. And I just knocked the hat down. But Raylan's hat, like I said, there is the arch dipped down in the front. So that's the hat that we are going to shoot for, I believe. I'm still talking to Arthur. Let me go over and pick up the Stetson here as I knocked it down. So I'm going to stack these two. Now, Arthur's is a size 7. Mine is a 7 1/8, 7 1/4. But as you can tell, that's just crazy, that arch on that. Now, really, when you guys set a hat down, you should always set it like this. But I'm just trying to come up with a little something here so you can see that. You can see that is just the color is the thing that just makes me, and then how Stetson thought that was the correct shape of Raylan's hat. I'll never quite understand that one. So anyway, this is going to be my before video. I got to get the pot of boiling water. I'm going to have to get the hat trimmer out and cut this down. I believe this is a 4-inch brim on the Marshall hat. And then I think I'm going to cut it down to 3.5 is what I've been going with on pretty much all the hats. Now, I've heard Tim's was a 3.5 to 3.25, depending on what hat he was wearing and stuff. And like I said, and the other thing on the Marshall, they spelled Marshall wrong. They put 2 L's in it. I'm like, that's like somebody's name, Marshall. Not a U.S. Marshal, which is 1 L. So I thought that was a little humorous. But maybe, I don't know, copyrights? I don't know. Things can get weird in Hollywood. I know that firsthand. But the hat also has, I do like this lining with the Stetson in the lining there. Mine has the cowboy giving his horse a drink of water. Now, also I have had a Carson with this lining. This hat, let me see something here. It feels a lot heavier, and this is a 4X. Let me get my camera down there. That's a 4X, and it just seems heavier than the Carson. This is actually kind of a hat's kind of light. When I compared it to the 7X or 6X, I'm sorry, of Dion's I did, there was just a big weight difference. So this is probably just might be not as well made hat back in the day because this was an older hat. I don't know. But, and then just for everybody, that Dion loves his hat. And he told me that he actually thinks he likes it better than the Baron hat. So, which was my goal. I don't know if he's just saying that to me to make me feel better, but I do like hearing that. So now my mission is to get this one all done up, and we'll see how it turns out. I'm sure it'll turn out like Raylan's. Like I said, the color is a question. So maybe you guys out there know, because I sure don't know if Raylan's was a dark hat or not. Like I said, when I go back and look at photos and stuff, it's lighter. It's this. But like I said, when I saw it on that Baron hat, I was like, well, maybe the Carson isn't the wrong color or something. I don't know. So if anybody knows, I would like to hear the answer to that. But anyway, guys, there we go. Hope you like this first little video, especially you, Arthur, and we're going to talk a little bit more on how exactly you want it shaped and everything, and that's what we're going to go with. So until the next video, guys, take care and talk to you soon. Bye.